Yun. So, when we are talking about physical fitness testing, tawagin naman natin si Heart. Ano yung nasa unang papasok sa isip niya basta pag physical fitness testing? Si Heart muna.
Kapag naririnig ko po yung physical fitness, para po ano po siya, about po siya sa ating physical, sa ating panglabas po ng katawan. Na
Okay. Okay, very good. Physical fitness, ibig sabihin, ito yung condition of our body. May be good or bad. Okay? So, kumbaga, yung physical fitness is a situation wherein maganda ba yung health mo, maganda ba yung lagay ng katawan mo today, or bad ba yung lagay ng katawan mo. Ito yung condition of the body. May be good or bad. Okay? Si Gabriel naman, when he read the word individual sport, ano yung unang papasok sa isip mo?
Yung ano po sir, kayo lang po, isang tao lang po yung naglalaro ng sports.
Yun, very good. Straight to the point. Isang tao lang yung kasi nga, individual sport. Pero, yung tatalakayin nating individual sport for today can be also a dual sport. Which is, ano ba yung mga dual sport natin? Table tennis, meron tayong badminton, meron tayong lawn tennis, marami mga individual sports like that. Pero, we'll be focusing on table tennis muna. Okay? Medyo mahaba lang to ng konti, pero I'll try to shorten the lesson as possible. Okay? Punta na ako doon sa ano ko sa PDF ko. Iwanan ko na ito munang Gmate ko para baka di ko na kayo makita. Okay. Physical fitness test. Pag sinabi natin physical fitness testing, is a great way to monitor, assess students' ability. Pagka gusto nyong malaman kung kayo ay healthy, you can just follow the simple physical fitness testing like yung BMI, yung cardiovascular. Pag gustong pumasok sa varsity like us, teachers, we evaluate students. Kapag nakita namin na we see a student, we are testing pag pinatakbo namin ng 40-meter sprint, nakita namin na 6 seconds lang na tinakbo yung 40-meter sprint, it is already recommended to be in the any kind of sport na pwede niyang puntahan. Pero usually mga athletics yan eh. Okay? Pag malakas yung katawan, flexible, mga pwedeng mga combat sports, okay? Pagka medyo maganda yung coordination ng kamay, mataas yung score sa coordination, minsan binibigyan namin sa mga table tennis, badminton, kasi kailangan may hawak kasi raketa yan eh. I-coordinate mo yung mga galaw. Pag mabilis naman yung katawan, athletics. Pag malakas, matibay yung katawan, maraming muscle, minsan mga combat sports or basketball, volleyball. Usually pag babae, volleyball, di ba? So yun yung also, at the end of the day, when you are doing this physical fitness test, you are basically testing your body if it is healthy or not, or flexible or not, or malakas yung baga mo, malakas yung puso mo, or are you fit to be a athlete, something like that. So yun yung yun yung kagandahan ng physical fitness test. In that particular sense, you can really tell if your body is really healthy. So ano ba yung physical fitness? Pag sinabi natin physical fitness, sabi nga kanina, is ability of an individual to perform daily tasks without undue fatigue and still have energy to able to enjoy life and able to help in emergencies. Physical fitness signifies the body's ability to work efficiently. Kumbaga sa Tagalog, pag kaya mong gawin yung mga bagay-bagay, like maghugas, pumunta ng school, mag-isa, you're physically fit. Kasi minsan nga kahit may lagnat pa tayo, nakakapasok pa tayo, 'di ba? Kasi nga yung katawan natin kaya mag-cope up do sa kalagayan ng katawan natin. Sabihin or something like this, when there's a immediate na bisitang dumating, kaya mo siya entertain until 12 o'clock. Pwede mo siyang gawin ng 3 araw na puyat ka, like that. May bisita, may party, something like that. And be able to go to school after that particular party. Yun yung physical fitness. Kaya niyang mag-adapt sa mga emergencies. Not just emergency na may mga sakuna, but emergencies like may biglang bisita, may biglang gagawin, kailangan mag gawa ng project, kailangan magpuyat, kayang-kaya ng katawan natin. Yun yung physical fitness. Physically fit person, someone who will remain healthy in the long run. Pwede niya pang ano pa siya, pwede pa siyang maglaro ng sport after going to school. Kumbaga, pinapanatili niya rin yung katawan niya na disease free, illness free, meron pang diyan, hindi na aksidente. Kumbaga, may pag natumba sa daan, kaya niya, flexible yung katawan niya na hindi siya mapasaktan. So, ganun yung, tapos malakas yung katawan sa mga diseases, kaya magtataka kayo minsan, in a group, may nagkakahawaan, merong hindi nahawa. Yun yung physical fit person. Kumbaga, kaya niya mag-resist sa mga disease, nakakaiwas sa disgrasya, pag may mga emergencies, kaya niya mag-cope up, sabihin ng teacher niya, may project kay bukas pasahan, ang gagawin ng mga bata is, your classmate, you will be extending your hours, pupunta kayo sa isang lugar, doon kayo magagawa ng project nyo, kayang-kaya. Tapos, after that particular activity, makakapasok pa, di ba? So, physical fitness, meron dalawang category yan. So, health-related components is directly associated with good body fit. Sabihin, yung health-related components, it relates or pertains to our health automatically. Gaano kaganda yung paghinga mo, malakas ba yung katawan mo, yung katawan mo ba payat or mataba, something like that. Yung skill components naman, skill-related components, these are the components that enhance one's performance. Ibig sabihin, pag tumakbo ka, mas mabilis ka. Pag magbuhat ka, mas malakas ka. Yun yung mga skill-related. Kumbaga, hindi lang siya basta-basta nakukuha lang sa yung you are born with it. Kumbaga, nade-develop mo siya. Okay? In particularly in training yan. Kunyari, saan ka nang galing? Galing ka ng Baguio, automatic malakas ang bagay. Ito kasi puro akyatin doon. So, mangyayari, yung skill mo in particularly sa speed, pwedeng mag-enhance because you are doing it already or kumbaga sinasanay mo na or naging innate na lang sa'yo kasi yun yung lugar sa inyo, puro bundok. So, yun yung skill-related components. Pagka gusto mo maging healthy, focus on the health-related components. If you want to be an athlete, of course, you have to focus on your skill-related components. Pero, you go back to the foundation of that, which is the health-related components. Para magawa mo yung skill-related components. Ano naman itong mga skill-related components? Pag sinabi natin skill-related components, these are the agility, balance, coordination, power, reaction time, and speed. Pag sinabi natin agility, ito yung kumbaga pagkikilos ka, mabilis ka magbago ng direction. Kunyari, Kyrie Irving, kakanan siya, magka-crossover, biglang i-snatch pabalik sa kaliwa, tapos mag-behind the back, tapos mag-fake ng shoot, then iikot pa yan. Pag ikot niya, tsaka mag-jelly pa yan. So, ang daming dadaanan ng mga direction. So, yung kalaban niya, nalilito din kasi he cannot cope up with the direction, changing of directions very quickly, natutumba or nawawala sa depensa. Yun yung agility. So, ang physical fitness ng skill-related components are hexagon agility test. Mamaya papaliwanag ko rin isa-isa yan. Balance, ito yung kaya mong i-balance yung katawan mo while moving or stationary. For example, hahabol ka ng bola sa badminton. So, hahakbang ka ng malaki and then going back to your original place to defend the ball. So, ang gagawin mo, so you have to train your body to be balanced every time you contact with the ball. So, magandang physical fitness is a stork balance stand test. Okay? So, coordination, pag sabi coordination, ito yung using of your senses with the body parts to perform motor tasks smoothly and accurately. So, pagka sisipa ka ng bola, mag-shoot ka ng bola, hindi pwedeng tabingi yung bola pag mag-shoot ka sa basketball. So, kasi pag tabingi yung bitaw mo, tabingi yung bola, meron pa yung wind resistance, pwede tumagilid yung shot mo. Sa volleyball naman, dapat coordinated yung kamay mo doon sa bola. Pag hindi, tatalsik ang patagilid or mawawala sa kamay mo. So, ito yung physical fitness niya, mag-juggle lang kayo. So, bibilangin namin kung ilan yung magiging Kumbaga yung returns ng pag-juggle mo, kaya 3 lang, 4 lang, ganyan. So power, it pertains to the muscle, yung transfer of energy and release of maximum force at a fast rate. Yung standing long jump, standing long jump, one of the physical fitness test to measure your power of your lower extremities, yung power ng paa. Okay? Yung reaction time naman is the amount of time takes to respond to a stimulus. Ibig sabihin, yung reaction time. Usually, may reaction time na mga, tawag ito, ng mga sports, meron din sa basketball, pero ang reaction time na talagang ginagamitan talaga, yung pinagbubuhusan talaga ng oras ng reaction time, yung mga racing sports, yung may mga motorsports, yung motorcycle racing, drag racing, yung car racing, o kaya yung meron sa basketball, pagka reaction mo doon sa defender, reaction mo doon sa volleyball, pag tumaas na yung bola, kung mataas sa net, yun yung reaction time. So, tinitraining din yan. So, stick drop test yan. Sa speed naman, ito yung one of the skill-related components usually perform in one direction. So, ang pinaka dito is to go to another place, from one place to another in the shortest possible time. Kaya nga, sabi ko nga kanina, pang-measure niya yung 40-meter sprint. Okay? Next is yung health-related components. Ito cardiovascular to ha. Cardiovascular yan. Unahin ko na lang to. Cardiovascular endurance, ito yung lakas ng heart, lungs, and blood vessels to deliver oxygen to working muscles, tissues, and well as the ability to those muscles and tissues to utilize oxygen. Sabihin, marami kang hangin sa katawan. Cardiovascular endurance. Hindi lang talaga siya malinaw kasi natabunan ng graphics mula sa Canva. So, pag sinabi naman natin body composition is the body's relative amount of fat to free mass. Yung taba sa muscle. Ang pang-measure niyan yung BMI. So, naturuan ko na ba kayo pag-compute ng BMI? Baka meron na naman tayong test niyan. May test siguro tayo dyan. Kailangan malam nyo. So, 3-minute step test naman sa cardiovascular endurance. Yung sa step board, so paulit-ulit lang kayo for 3 minutes. Okay? Flexibility naman, ito yung ability of the joints and muscles to move through its full range of motion. So, ang ginagamit na pang dyan, physical fitness test, yung zipper test, sit and reach. Muscular endurance, yung naman yan, ability of the muscles to do repeated work without fatigue. One of the fitness tests dyan, yung basic plank. Muscular strength, so the ability of the muscle to generate force against physical objects is like ang pang niyan is push up. Wait lang. Ay ko. So, let's go. Body composition, relative. Ito yung kanyang formula. Alam ko nakita niyo na siguro to. So, madali lang naman yung formula ng BMI. So, weight, 100 kilos. Yung height natin is 2 meters. Medyo matangkad yung bata. So, kailangan i-multiply natin sarili yung height. So, 100 divided by 2. So, 4 yan. So, 100 divided by 4 is 25. Ngayon, 25, titignan natin dito. So, 18.5 pababa, wasted. 18.5 to 24.9 is normal. So, pag sinabi natin 25, nandito tayo sa overweight. Okay? So, ngayon yung ways to determine yung BMI classification natin. Okay? So, let's go with, may tanong po ba rito sa BMI?
Wala po.
Okay, very good. Baka pag nag-test na naman tayo, baka bokya na naman ha. Okay, zipper test. Ito yung zipper test. Sabi ko na rin kanina, sa health-related components pa rin tayo. zipper test, dapat dito magtatagpo yung daliri natin. Okay? So, right and left yan. So, pag hindi siya nag-meet, i-measure nyo yung hindi pag-meet. Pag naglagpas naman yan, i-measure mo yung lagpas. Okay? Dalawa ang ano yan, dalawa ang measurement yan. Pag hindi naglagpas, so hindi nag-meet, yung gap, i-measure natin. Pag nag-meet yan at nag-overlap, i-measure natin yung overlap. Okay? Sabihin, kapag ka nag-overlap yan, yung shoulder or upper extremities of your body is very flexible. Ganun lang kasimple. Pag sit and reach naman, purpose of this test is to measure the flexibility of the lower extremities. Pag sinabi natin lower extremities, yung mula sa tiyan hanggang dun sa may ano natin, sa may paa. Kasama na rin yung trunk natin, pati kamay natin kasi yung ano nga, yung kamay natin pang-aano natin yan, pang-aabot. Pero it usually measures the lower extremities. So tape measure and meter stick, and then ilalagay nyo lang yung meter stick do sa may pagitan ng inyong mga paa, mga legs, and then you do like this motion here, this one. Then i-record nyo lang yung kung ilang centimeters or inches yung nagawa nyo, lumagpas yung kamay nyo do sa pinaka-zero. Okay? So 3-minute step test is to measure the cardiovascular endurance. So ito yung step board or bangkito. Kaya sabihin natin bangkito. Sa secondary is 12 inches. Alam ko sa LM is 8 inches. Tama ako? So kailangan lang natin ng timer or stopwatch. Okay? Tapos 3-minute step test. Ang pag-measure niyan, kukunin niyo muna yung inyong pulso before, okay? After 1 minute, tapos yung after 1 minute, kukunin nyo ulit. So, tatlo yan. So, before, after doing the activity, 1 minute after, right after matapos kayong 3-minute step test, kukunin nyo. Then, a minute after the 3-minute step test, kukunin nyo ulit. So, tatlo yan. Okay? Then, titignan nyo, kunyari, gusto nyo na makita kung gaano kalakas yung heart nyo, mag-rely kayo dun sa kinukompute kasi yan yung maximum heart rate tsaka yung minimum heart rate. Hindi ko alam kung matatalakay ko dito. Pero meron yun sa hanapin nyo lang sa internet. Kumbaga pag hindi kayo nag-exert ng effort, alam nung trainer nyo Alam nung trainer kasi titignan niya lang yung edad mo, alam niya na. Kinukompute niya na sa isip yan, yung mga trainers. Alam ko rin yan kasi nagtitrain din ako ng mga bata dati nung di pa pandemic. Kaya pag sinabi kong bilangin mo nga yung pulso mo in 10 seconds. 10 seconds. Tapos bilang ko 10. Sir, sir? 12. Sige, kaya. Okay yan. Tapos itignan ko yung edad. Ilang taong ka na? Ay, hindi ka nag-effort. Lakasan mo pa at bilisan mo pa. Alam talaga namin kung nag-effort ka o hindi kasi based on that particular heartbeat. Okay? So, hindi ka pwedeng magsinungaling kasi alam kagad namin. Based on your heart rate, based on your, tawag nun? Based on the heartbeat and age. So, dito sa strength naman is push-up and basic plank. Sa speed naman is the 40-meter sprint. Sabi ko na kanina. Sa power naman, yung standing long jump para sa lower extremities. Hexagon test, ito yung sa naman agility kanina. Na pala tayo? Nasa skill related na pala tayo mula sa strength. Okay? So, puro strength na to. Puro skill related na to. Sa agility test, makikita niyo yung hexagon agility test. So, 2 beses yan. So, tatalong kayo dun sa sides ng hexagon, pabalik. So, 2 ikot yan. So, 2 ikot and then i-measure namin yung kung gaano kabilis yun natapos yung 2 ikot sa hexagon agility test. Ngayon, pabalik ulit. Kaliwa kanan yan. Counterclockwise and clockwise. So, 2 yan. Reaction time, ito yung reaction time. Yung stick drop test, maghuhulog kami ng 24 each ruler stick and then armchair, iipitin nyo lang yung ruler. Okay? Pag sinabing go, So titignan namin kung gaano kahaba yung pagkaipit nyo dun sa ruler. Kunyari, mga 6. Yung pinakamabilis siguro niyan, mga 3 or 2. Yung pinakamabagal, yung nahuhulog yung ruler. Kahit 24-inch na yan, siguro yung ruler na 12-inch, doblehin nyo yan. So meron pa talagang mga bata na kahit ang haba-haba ng ruler, pag sinabi mong go, matagal yung kanilang reaction time. Nahuhulog yung pagkabahabang ruler, hindi na pipinch, hindi na iipit. Ito na yung coordination, juggling. So, magja-juggle ka lang. Bibilangin nila yung gaano karami na juggle mo. Pero pag sinabi naman na juggling, kasi yung iba kasi ang haba ng juggle eh. Umaabot ng 20 hanggang 30. Kaya pagdating ng 7, okay na kami. Pero usually dapat binibilang pa rin yun eh. Sa balance naman, yung stork test at this one. So, you will be standing in one foot and then you have to continue in equilibrium. Pag nanginig, tigil na. Pag natutumba na, tigil na or something like that. Or iba na yung pwesto niya, medyo gumagalaw-galaw na yung kamay, tigil na yon. So, kailangan sa stork balance test, pag tinest nyo sila, nakatayo lang talaga yung lalaki or nakatayo lang yung respondent, hindi gumagalaw yung katawan. Basta gumalaw yan, matutumba yan, tigil na kagad. Yun yung stork balance test. Dito, every student needs an undergo physical fitness test depending on type of physical activity will be given to her or him. Kaya nga, kailangan may physical fitness test kasi pagdating ng second quarter, third quarter, and fourth quarter, may mga sayaw na yan, may mga sports na yan, merong mga project na performance task. Kaya dapat alam din na yung mga teachers. Kaya nga nagkakaroon ng physical fitness test. Ngayon, kung doon sa physical fitness test, bagsak ka, automatic, hindi ka na pwede maglaro, hindi ka pwede sumali ng mga intramurals, something like that. Okay? Kaya pagka nagkaroon ng mga physical fitness test, huwag nyo absinan kasi isa may dahilan yung teachers nyo para hindi kayo sali sa mga laro. Okay? Nakita niya yung cardiovascular niya, hindi mo natapos, yung 3-minute step test. Baka hindi ka pasalihin niya kasi yung 3-minute step test nga, hindi natapos eh. Maglalaro ka pang basketball. Diba? Let's go with combative sports. Pagka gusto mo ng combative sports, kailangan yung results mo sa health-related and skill-related are very high. Kasi kung hindi mo siya kayang i-sustain or mag-adapt do sa combative sports like boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, MMA, wrestling, taekwondo, or judo, or any martial arts, automatic hindi ka papayagan. Alam din naman ng mga trainers yan. Basta na nag-try out ka, at nakitang merong napapagod ka, mabilis ka mapagod, madali kang masaktan, madali kang matamaan, hindi coordinated yung katawan mo, something like that, automatic you'll be eliminated from the tryouts. So every student needs to assess themselves before going to any sport that they like. Okay? And then you have to train also kasi pagdating ng panahon, pwede ka ma-injure dyan. So yun ang doon. Kasi yun ang masakit sa athlete. Kapag na-injure ka, di ka nakabalik, mahirap. Okay? Kahit konting injury lang yan, kung yung mental aspect din ng athlete hindi malakas, ganun din. Eventually, magkakaroon niya ng injuries. Kaya kailangan, ready talaga kayo. Sport participation may be due to many different reasons. So, may mga reason yan kung bakit kayo sumasali. One of the reasons is engaging in your interested sport. And sports bring along numerous benefits, especially to your health. Okay? So benefits cannot be overemphasized for the benefit of sport participating. You go a long way before you go to a particular sport. You have to have a detailed training regimen. Is sports participation, you're considering more than just playing sports because it will greatly impact your scheduling. Kaya, sorry, yung mga players ko dati sa basketball, they have to train until late 7 p.m. Then papasok pa ng maaga yan. Kaya nga, hindi rin siya biro-biro yung mag-enter ka ng sports. If ever you would just want to have recreation, every summer pwede ka mag-enroll sa mga clinics that you are interested, like swimming, basketball, volleyball. Hindi yan gastos. Kumbaga ano yan, kumbaga nagpe-prepare ka lang para ka maging healthy eventually in your life when you get older. Okay? So individual sports, ito yung sinasabi kanina, individual sports compete by individuals or persons. Although there are thousands of individual sports, but we are only familiar with a few and the skill requirements are very great. Kaya nga, pag sinabing individual sport, yung mismong tao na naglalaro niyan, sobrang competitive, sobrang lakas, sobrang fit dapat. Kasi individual sport yan, wala kang ibang aasahan. Si Klay Thompson, di pwede magdala ng bola kasi shooter yon. Si Stephen Curry, hindi naman pwedeng maging sentro kasi point guard yun. So may mga aspect na itong player na to, he is someone complete package. Okay? Matangkad, malakas, maraming muscle, mahangin yung katawan niya. Kasi mahangin yung katawan, marami oxygen sa katawan, malakas yung puso. Kumbaga, pag naglalaro ka ng individual sports, all in one na yon. Nandun na lahat. So individual sports foster a higher amount, ayun sabi ko nga kanina, higher amount of discipline, self-confidence, focus, and passion. So dapat lahat ng lahat ng attributes sa isang individual sport player nandun sa kanya kasi once na bumagsak yung isa, wala siyang aasahang iba. 'Di ba? Individually ka nga lang eh. Okay? You take a lot of motivation from your personality and your kumbaga sa loob ng isip mo din. Kailangan mo lang ng maraming motivation in yourself. So let's go with table tennis. Ang table tennis, ano yan, version niya ng lawn tennis pero pinaliit, ginawang indoor. Okay? Pag sinabi mong lawn tennis, ano yan yung malaking version ng table tennis. Pero yung table tennis is a smaller version of the lawn tennis. Wherein, all of the principles behind lawn tennis can be seen in table tennis. Kaya pag marunong mag-table tennis, maaari kang mabilis matuto sa lawn tennis. Okay? So table tennis, in the other hand, is a makeshift version of the sports tennis by the British military officers posted in India. The play area is replaced by a table. Sa table na siya, surface of 9x5. 9x5, ano to, medyo malaki to. Yung normal size plywood is 8x4. So, kung gusto mong maglaro ng table tennis and you want to have a one-piece plywood to play table tennis, kung interesado kayo, o-order kayo sa hardware ng ganong kahoy. Kasi by order yan eh. Kung gusto niyo ng kahoy talaga para maganda yung talbugan niya. Pwede rin naman yung nabibili. Siguro mga 17 to 18 to 25,000 isang lamesa. So magkano lang naman ng plywood, sabihin natin ng mga 1.5. Depende pa sa kahoy. Ngayon, yung height niyan is height of 2.5 feet. Divided by a net which is 6 inch of a height in middle of the table. Okay? So, ang mabilis ko lang na para mataas kung gaano kataas dapat ng isang height ng table tennis ng net niya. Yung goma ng table tennis, itatayo mo siyang gano'n. Pag pumantay doon sa may goma ng table tennis, na yan? Sakto yung height niya. Gano'n lang yung niyan. Pag measure ng height ng net, if it is correct, tatayo nyo lang yung table tennis racket dun sa table. Pag pumunta yung net dun sa goma, sabihin standard yung taas niya. So when you are practicing sports, dapat yung skill related components ma-practice dapat kasi yun ang kailangan nyo sa sports. Pero sabi ko nga, before going to any sport, yung foundation ng inyong skill-related dapat malakas, yung inyong health-related components. So, let's go back to table tennis. Meron tayong dalawang klaseng grip. Ito yung forehand. So, para siyang shake hand grip. So, kung makipagkamay kayo, isipin nyo may kakamayan kayo, then yun yung shake hand grip. Yung isa naman is the penhold grip. Pag sinabi yung penhold grip, yan yung raketa. So, ito nakatayo pag upright. Sa penhold grip, nakaganyan siya, nakaganyan. Yan yung kamay natin. Kabaligtad yung raketa. Yan yung penhold. Okay? So, yun yung penhold natin. Tsaka pag penhold kasi walang goma yung kabila. Usually gumagamit yung mga Chinese. Pero usually yung mga gumagamit na ngayon yung shake hand grip kasi very versatile. Kasi pagka penhold, lang yan eh. Very traditional. Tsaka isang goma lang yung nagagamit natin. Kaya yung likod wala na halos goma. Hindi na nilalagyan. Kumbaga economical nga. Kaso nga lang, very very hindi siya flexible katulad ng pinhold grip. Next is there are ways of serving the ball. Pwedeng forehand, pwedeng backhand. So, ang thumb rule niyan is what side touches the thumb on the face of the racket is the front face commonly used in forehand swing. Tama naman. So, pag tinignan nyo tong hawak niya, ito yung thumb. So, sabihin, forehand yan. Okay? So, pag nasa likod yung thumb, backhand yan. Pag humanawakan yun, sa harapan yung thumb, forehand yan. Ganun lang kasimple. Okay? So, pag nilagay ko sa likod to, backhand yan. Pag nilagay ko sa harapan tong thumb ko, forehand yan. Ganun lang kasimple ha. So, ulitin natin ulit. Ano ba yung benefits ng individual sport? Cardiovascular workout, tumataas yung body strength natin, yung mental aspect natin, lumalakas, sharp yung kasi nag-iisip ka paano lamangan yung kalaban mo. And most yung pinakamagandang part in playing sports, individual sports also, is you will have more friends. Kasi may kipaglaro kasi iba't ibang tao eh. And usually kapag may mga sports like tournaments, mga dadayo kayo, magkakaroon ka ng maraming kaibigan, something like that. So, essential for a long and very fruitful life. Yung socially you'll be playing sports. Okay? Then, physical fitness testing, balikan natin ulit. Great way to monitor your assess student's ability as it is a skill-related fitness. Ibig sabihin, kailangan to para malaman natin yung gaano ka-healthy yung isang estudyante. Questions, everyone?
Wala na po.
Ay, sobra. Sorry. Medyo lumagpas na pala ako. Haba kasi ang topic natin eh. Sige. Post ko na lang po yung natin. Post ko na lang yung tawag ito. Yung kailangan natin gawin sa Google Classroom. Hindi ko pa nagagawa kasi. Yung kasi, post ko ng late yung quizzes kasi iba ginagawa na kagad. Okay? Kaya post ko ng late. So expect meron tayong matatanggap mamaya notification in our Google Classroom. Okay? Pag wala ng questions, you can leave the meeting automatically.
Bye,
Post
sir.
ko na
Thank
lang
you.
Post ko na lang ha yung gagawin sa Google Classroom ha.
Opo, sir. Thank you po, sir.
Sige, pwede na kayo mag-leave.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you po, sir. Bye
Thank you
po.
as well. Thank you rin.